Welcome to Objects and Omens, where the physical meets the metaphysical. I'm so glad you've been guided to this specific energy today. Your intuition knew exactly where to lead you. You've been drawn to the octopus. Take a moment to look at this image, look at the movement, the fluid grace, and the mystery of the deep. So take a breath and look at the way it holds its space within the deep. This is a sacred omen you've chosen to unlock your message. We're going to be using all four of the Hansen Roberts Tarot decks here. So let's talk about the symbology of the octopus. In the spiritual realm, the octopus is a master of multidimensionality. With three hearts and a mind that flows through its very limbs, it represents a profound connection between your logic and your intuition. It is the ultimate symbol of fluidity, camouflage, and expansion. The octopus doesn't just move through the world, it shapes itself to it. If you've selected this omen, the universe is signaling a time of incredible flexibility. You're being called to reach out in many directions at once, to use your hidden arms to manifest what you need, and to remember that, like the ink of the octopus, you have the power to create your own mystery or shield yourself when necessary. Spiritually, the octopus is often seen as a symbol of multitasking and rapid movement. But there's a deeper, more mystical side to this creature. Mastery of the current. An octopus doesn't just fight the ocean, it flows with it. All right, so let's talk about this reading. We're going to see how this energy of expansion and mystery translates into the cards. All right, so I'm going to channel this specific message for you. And I think we're going to go to the curiosity now. You know, I often feel worried when I'm going to do that because it can get wild. Let's see. Octopus, you need to slow down. Multitasking is easy to say, but this feels like spiritual. You know, beware quantum entanglement if it's unintended. A trusted friend. Something about a trusted friend. A friend that you trust. You know, there's something so past tense about trusted friend. I'm not sure what this is going to be. I have no idea. All I know is that you need to slow down. A decision needs to be made, but we'll save that for the tarot cards. Let's just get a few. I don't want an entire reading. Oh, somebody who used to, somebody that you used to know. Okay, they misunderstood you. And now they're like, oh, God. Oh, see, I'm already going to feel a certain kind of way. You know that I'm going to get a certain kind of way. I tell you over and over. Yeah, something about Madonna over and over. Okay, so 1982 is significant. Yeah, they're going to say, well, I understand you now. Okay. I'm just gonna shut up and keep going. Consequences. Somebody could be out of the clink. Somehow somebody was locked up. Okay. Damn it. Okay, so we've got somebody who's coming out of prison or was imprisoned. I'm not going to say that has to be physical. Orange is the new black kind of thing. Orange is the new black. You know, they might say that you didn't understand them. But there were consequences, and what is it? Now they're being released. Now, you know, take it as it fits, you know, because little octopus, you have a lot of things to do. That's why you've got your arms, you know, just everywhere. Right? This is odd. If an octopus could make a sound, would you hear it? There's something about the ocean. Somebody's very drawn to the ocean. Oh, boy. I don't want to be a player no more. Okay, so somebody was on fake profiles and has been watching you. Somebody's name could be Michael or Jackson, and you know I'm going to say that. Back together. They're going to tell you that they broke up with somebody. Okay. This is not a love song. Okay, Madonna again. Somebody thinks that you're like a virgin, or you are a virgin, or you're virgin-like, or you're just abstinent. It won't kill you. You won't die, okay? It's good for you to pull back your energy. You think that just because the octopus has three hearts, it's giving one away, you know, every day? No. Okay. Oh, this is making me, I don't want to feel hostile. A hostel, a hotel. All right, let's see. Somebody could be in the UK. They're going to say, you know what? That was just my trusted friend. And we were in a situationship. My ass. Okay. But gosh. Saturday is significant because I'm feeling like I'm forgetting which day it is. It is this Saturday, but it's, and I don't know when you're going to see this video because I'm recording it on a certain day, a certain time, and you're going to see it another day, a different time. Let's see. Let's just see. You know, sometimes I start these readings, I'm thinking, am I going to push that button eventually or schedule it? And, you know, because somebody wants to hear this message, but, you know, okay, Rita, don't get ahead of yourself. Don't get ahead of yourself, octopus person. Okay, so you selected this. I love the ocean. I don't like calamari. Don't ask me to eat an octopus. I think that's disgusting. An octopus is super intelligent and very sentient. That's not okay. I know people are going to eat whatever they can eat and if they're hungry, but if you're not starving and don't have to murder an octopus, please don't. There, I've said it. Calamari is rubbery, or at least my father's calamari was rubbery. I never liked it. I just loved the wine sauce. Somebody's father cooks, or you are the father and you cook. Ooh. Somebody's a hot guy with a white beard, but I'm not like Santa Claus. I'm confused. Okay. Somehow it seems so inappropriate to say that Santa Claus is hot, but this isn't Santa Claus. Somebody just has a very light or fair or graying beard. I don't know, but the energy feels hot, feels very sexy. I don't want to think about, oh shit. I don't want to think about sex and octopus because there's some sick people in the world. Okay, so somebody canceled you because they misunderstood you but they're going to try to turn this around and say that you misunderstood them. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Maybe that's you and your trusted friend, Tustin, California is significant. We have a family feud and those consequences. Maybe there was no prisoner jail time imposed and served, but maybe because there was a family feud that went all kinds of wrong, it, you know, broke you out of a situation where you needed to break free. You needed to get free. I'm not sure. Take it how it resonates. Inner turmoil. But look at all these reversals. This person is going to flip it all on you. I don't care if this is a job, a bog, a log, your boss, your neighbor. I don't know what the situation is. We're going to see with the tarot cards. It's already upsetting me. It's not that it like upsets me at the core. Something about the planet core. Something about Star Wars. You saw having life play with this and hissing. Uh-huh. Okay, so that kind of the planet core, the life. All right, never mind. Okay, so Jar Jar Binks is significant. Qui-Gon Jinn is significant. Somebody's a Jinn or sent you a Jinn. I don't know how I feel about that. That's just, I'm going to channel while I'm doing this because, you know, octopus, fascinating. Many arms, tentacles, you know. Somebody could be trying to astral project in some way and you've already, you know, blocked them, locked them out, or cut them loose, or cut the cord, set them free. Obviously, rebar is significant here. Okay, let's see. Let's just get a few more because this, you see how this gets? I love the Curiosity deck. You could get it on Amazon. It's cheap and funny as hell. Okay, let's see. But without going out of control, it controls its own energy. All right, let's see. It's pieces of paper. I mean, I'm talking as if they're sentient beings, like the octopus, which is a sentient being. That's why we don't eat octopus. Okay, please don't do it. Oh my gosh, don't look it up. Never mind. Let's see. I mean, you could do whatever you want. You already know what I'm going to say because I'm just here validating what you already know. Because dirty laundry, because somebody's got a bunch of dirty laundry. This is my card for potential money laundering. This is definitely somebody who's got some kind of criminal association. And to me, you're guilty by association. Choose your friends wisely, okay? Better to be alone than in bad company. And if you have to spend time in bad company, if this is your neighborhood, if this is a neighborhood watch, and well, I don't know, there could be somebody on the neighborhood watch. And if you've had, I'm getting vandalism with this, it's probably somebody that's on your neighborhood watching. We just have to limit our exposure. Don't put yourself in situations with people if you don't have to, you know. Sometimes bartenders have to work at bars, okay? But not all bartenders want to be bartenders. They love bartending, but they know what comes with it. You know, it's like when kids are playing restaurant, no one ever pretends to be the Karen. Karen or Susan could be significant, but they're children, so they're not vibrating at those very low, frequencies. When you're an adult and you want to play bartender or restaurant, something about a bartender in a restaurant is highly significant. There's going to be that person that has to do something wild or tries to touch you or something like this. Anyway, okay, back to the dirty laundry. Somebody is a criminal. Somebody has some criminal association, guilty by association. There's something about a business. This could be a front to launder money, literally. This is like I set up a business online and this business it looks legal. But what I'm doing, even though the business is operating, right? It looks like it's doing, let's just say I sell widgets. I'm selling widgets and it looks like you buy a widget from me, I sell it to you. But what I'm doing is moving money behind those widgets in other ways. There's something about tax fraud here. Somebody's doing weird things with the taxes as well. But this person, okay, now take the part that resonates for you. I think I'm going to do just a few more across the top and then we're going to jump into it because I don't want this to turn into like a 2-hour marathon of somebody who's going to try to literally gaslight you and put it all back on you. When I feel like your energy is like, why, bitch? Because this is what you did. This is how we got here. They didn't understand you, canceled you because they were in a situationship with a trusted friend because of their dirty money laundering or fucking 7-Eleven bullshit. They get consequences. Now they're freed from the clink. There was some kind of a family feud or there was a family feud or there is a family feud presently, and they're going to try to gaslight it. And, they're going to try to blame everybody for everything. And they're watching you from a fake profile, but then now they're going to say, I want to be there. I want to be with you. Let me assist you. If you could get this person to say, yes, I did something to you and I'm so sorry. And literally this person is going to burst a ventricle or multiple ventricles. No, this person doesn't have 3 hearts. That's bullshit. Inner turmoil. They're going to say, I was so confused. Oh, I get it. Family feud. My family told me, what are you, a bitch? And your family tells you what to do? Okay, all right, let's talk about that. Oh. Slow down, Rita. Okay, so now we've got back together. Well, we got back together, but now we're back apart. And she's got blue hair. Okay, I don't know. I don't care. Something about blue. I thought she was a mermaid. What the hell? Well, she said she was a mermaid, and I'm fucking King Neptune. Sorry. Because people are, you see why I move the way I do. Okay. All right, movement is necessary and significant. Yoga is good for you. Tai Chi, any slow movement that incorporates work on your core would be good for you at this time because you have to have that strength, okay? Solar plexus support. Somebody could be wearing some kind of a support. That's a support girdle. Somebody could have just had some. Oh, okay, that's laparoscopic surgery, not support girdle. Sorry. Okay, somebody here had laparoscopic surgery. I don't think it's any of these stupid people. I think that this is one of you have had a laparoscopic procedure. You will be fine. This person's like Dactarian credits will do fine. No, bitch, they don't. All right, let's just see. Oh boy, this person, I don't know. I hope I'm not. Well, look, I'm going to insult your person. What do you think of that? Because this person doesn't deserve you. This is some kind of weird love story that involves octopus and something weird. Somebody could be Japanese. Somebody's Asian. Somebody's eating an octopus. I don't mean to say that just because you're Japanese or Asian that you're eating octopus and doing things. I can't with it. Okay, whatever. Okay, so trusted friend. Okay, who's this bitch? Yeah, somebody with blue eyes. Maybe. It doesn't have to be. It is just your protection here. So this one's not looking at you doing anything weird. Hidden cameras are significant. Somebody spying on you. Peepholes could be significant. This could be some pervert with a dirty laundry that, does the peep show thing. And I don't know, does that exist anymore, or am I just that old? I'm that old. This is somebody that's old. Okay, so we've got the envy vibe. So the trusted friend is somebody that envied you. Of course they would, because you're fucking awesome. Okay, so, and you don't go around in the world trying to project your awesomeness. You just are, because you breathe. Okay, so consequences. If I sound exasperated, it's because this is exasperating. I mean, isn't that, easy to deduce? Somebody's a deuce. Deuces. Okay, snake eyes. Somebody rolls the dice, somebody gambles. Somebody wastes their money gambling, blows their money gambling. This is a person with a gambling addiction. Look at a casino's like Disneyland, okay? You go to Disneyland, it's going to cost you too much. You're going to lose your ass, but you do it so that the kids laugh and so that they remember in the pictures that you took them. You're trying to help them develop their little minds, okay? Because children are just like little squishies. They don't know any different. We're trying to make it magical and protect them from bad people. Epstein files. Somebody's name could literally be in those files. I've been looking through them. You know that I'm Googling going, is this motherfucker in here? Is this motherfucker in here? Because knowing that motherfucker, that could be in there. All right, let's see. Well, do you blame me? Everybody should be looking. Expose these people. Expose these people. Somebody's exposed. They're dirty laundry. They're stinky, gross crap. Somebody's disgusting. All right, so envy vibes. Consequences. Jeffrey. Oh, lovely. Okay. I'm trying not to be facetious, but do you see? Okay. They want to make peace. Uh-huh. Sure. Maybe somebody walks around with one of those Mercedes-Benz emblems the size of a frickin' dinner plate because you have to do that too, right? I'm sorry. I think that's a huge design flaw. And I know it's designed for the masses, because you couldn't just have the understated little one, Maybe you're like, no, I need to order one that's the size of a fucking hubcap. Okay. I don't know. Well, you do whatever you want. I'm not trying to criticize you. I'm getting the vibes off this weirdo who thinks he's making peace. And I'm like, I rip open my shirt like Superman, and I am righteous, peaceful man. Did you decide that's the costume you're wearing today? Probably. Yep. I already did my yoga, so, I'm in cool down phase. Did you notice? Okay, so we're going viral. Okay, something about this is viral. And if you look at this chick with the arm tattoo here, what is that anyway? I really can't tell. But anyway, the problem is with envy vibes and going viral is that this person didn't want you so visible. I believe that this person would like to come in and, I'm sure that they would like to touch you and see what they could get you to do. And that's never going to happen, but I think in this situation, this person is concerned that you are so visible that you're somehow in the public eye. And it could be that you work at Publix and now everybody in the area sees you and they don't like that. And that you're going viral. And now that could just be that, like, look at your hair is this brilliant cerulean blue, and you've got some kind of tribal thing going on your arm, and you must be on social media because look at this chick in her little phone. She's like, I'm beautiful and I'm happy and I'm free and I work at Publix. Okay, maybe you work at Maverick. Somebody works at Maverick. Somebody's working the night shift, okay, at Maverick or a convenience store. Stinker station. Okay, I don't know. All right, one more. Oh, I didn't want it to be this way. It's only 18 minutes in, and I feel like this reading, I feel like I have been here for an hour. That's what they're doing. You already know what I'm going to say. By now, with all the millions of tarot readers and psychics and everybody else that's got a deck of cards and knows how to talk, you already know what this means. Doing the candle work. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Try, because it's not going to affect anybody. The collective is far beyond That. Okay. And if you need me to remind you collectively, you're like, oh, no, oh my gosh, because I got the heebie-jeebies. You can have your heebie-jeebies because some people are disgusting and gross and, they're trying to eat the octopus and trying to do weird things, or they're going to eat a live fish, or, whatever it is, because they're just human beings that have no sympathy, no empathy. They're just people that have no heart. Octopus has 3 hearts, but you're trying to eat octopus live. Somebody's an atheist here. Okay, sorry, but somebody has they're going to tell you, maybe this is somebody who's very pious or is a deacon at a church or something. No morals. No. No, you're a deacon at the church. They're a deacon at the church because they want everybody to say that they're the deacon at the church, and they want to put it on the fucking LinkedIn profile. I'm the deacon at a church. Okay, that's where we're going with this. Okay, so Holy Spirit, holy angels, help me calm down with this. Oh, look it. God bless it. Because nobody could make this up. Spell fail right there in front of my face. Trying to remove your protection. Somebody's trying to remove your protection. Yeah. A former friend is two-faced. The spirits of the dead are haunting them. Somebody's a ghost hunter. And, it can be a lot of fun until it's not. Birth certificate in reverse. Somebody stole your birth certificate, your credentials, or has your birth certificate, something about a birth certificate, because this idiot resents your happiness. Do the math. And somebody told people that you were a monster, but you're not. Okay, never mind. In my silence, I'm considering this. Okay, remember. Oh. You could be a small person. They could be a large person. Okay. Flip it, switch it, get your nutrition. Okay. Eat the food. Don't eat the octopus. Somebody's a law enforcement officer with law official. Let me switch the hints just to see. Somebody wants to switch something up on you. They want to switch the hints on you. They're going to try to give you mixed signals. They're going to try to gaslight you. Yes, lights. Okay, somebody could be a cop. Lights. Okay, lights and sirens. That should be a red flag. Oh, government watch list in reverse. Somebody was making false reports on you, or if you're stupid enough to try that with law enforcement, some people have enough money to pay off, or they call all their little buddies. It's like, oh, I'm so and so, from this province and prefecture, and so I wanted to let you know I'm really concerned about this person. If you see her, would you check on her? And then that person's gonna tell you. They always do. They told me to. Okay. 2 times now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I doubt it's a cell phone. Somebody's going to prison. You keep doing that eventually. It could be some little beat cop that you were making fun of because they just work in a small podunk town somewhere. And that is the person that lets the person know, like, hey, you need to be careful because this motherfucker over here, like da-da-da-da-da. Somebody's stupid. Somebody is a complete idiot. Somebody is a clown. Somebody is a joke. Somebody's a whole joker. Screenshot porn cover up. Somebody could have done something with an intimate photo of you or something. I don't mean to trigger you or upset you, but remember, the next card is $10,000 to $100,000. Sue the fuck out of them. If somebody does something to you, remember that is so illegal. You will find the documentation on the government websites. Just Google it. That's actionable. All right. Okay. A black truck is significant. You could have a black truck, or you could have had a black truck, or they have a black truck, or the same. And it was in the reverse. Humiliation, ritual, fail, attempt to humiliate you results in their humiliation. But it's in the reverse. They're going to try to humiliate you again. Listen to what I'm telling you when I talk to you. Bernice, okay. Somebody's a skinwalker. They're not who they say they are. They could be a disgusting reptilian shapeshifter, and their whole damn family is from a lineage of people that could do things with smaller people, if you know what I mean, the beef jerky and the cheese pizza, those kind of people. How do you think they got that kind of money? And somebody's got a castle somewhere, and you're going to tell me that they did that because they were working at Sears and retired from there as a mechanic, okay? Suicide. Okay, so remember, if you need help, dial the hotline 988 here at Leasing the United States. You can call, text, or chat. and they're having a glow down. Yeah, because you're a disgusting reptilian shapeshifter. I mean, you can't get your beef jerky now. And now that, you know, the world is putting the eyes on you, and we're going to keep exposing people like you and your, yeah, that's what you do in private union boys club. Ooh, take what resonates here. Octopus in the deep, hiding underwater. Yeah. Somebody's a marine biologist. Somebody likes marine biology. Somebody could be in law enforcement. Yeah, ice fishing. Huh. And this is so crazy. Okay, you know, have you seen that trap door in the Epstein thing where you could see that there's a door that leads down and about the acid and all that? I was seeing that in my mind's eye, and then the card is ice fishing. Okay, and they're exposed because doesn't want involvement known was in the reverse. And I got flamingo in reverse. So they could have been in Florida. There's something about Florida, but they're not in Florida now. Because when I get flamingos, I'm thinking about Florida most of the time, unless I'm thinking about my dad and something that my second husband, your second husband could be significant if you got more than a few. Okay, let's see. More than a woman. More than a woman to me. Somebody's going to try to sing shit to you, or is going to try to pretend like, does somebody think that they're like, okay, somebody's got this Miami Vice thing going on, and you'd have to Google it if you're a young person, which you probably are. Somebody wears somebody looks stupid in a floral pattern shirt. That's just what I'm going to say. Somebody thinks that they're like Miami Vice. Who do you think you're, Don Johnson? Somebody's name could be Don, or Johnson. Something's wrong with somebody's Johnson. Somebody's having an issue, erectile dysfunction. I almost said disfigurement. Somebody could have had, I suppose it would be easy for me to say somebody had an ice fishing accident and hurt their Johnson, but I don't think that's what it is. I think that this is and I'm not saying this happens to everybody. I think this is some kind of punishment for being some kind of a, you know, obviously that would be a man. But hey, look, these days you don't know. And that's why you have to be careful, because I'm not going to say anything else, because people got to do whatever they got to do. This person could be a transsexual. I've got an ancestral temple, something about the ancestry, something about the temple. This could be a person of fire. That could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and something about a false start. And watch out, because we got the pop-up artist and something about the 11th house. They're going to come to you through some friends or associates, or they tried to get to you through people that you used to work with, right? The 11th house follows the 10th, and you're about to be proven right. And somebody's a Patreon pussy. I just wanted to say it. All right, let's get to the tarot card reading, because look, if you don't understand it by now, that this person's had their arms in a lot of things, or they're all up in arms, or something about the arms, or somebody used to carry a weapon, a service weapon, illegal sales of the same. Sales, somebody sells something. She sells seashells on the seashore. Okay, so somebody's at the seashore, somebody's by the sea. Okay. Triangulation. So somebody's been trying to, loosely locate you through triangulation. You know, maybe you carry a service weapon. Maybe they know, or they don't know what kind of a shot you are. Some of us practice. Okay, so let's see. Molina again. I got that the other day in a reading. Somebody's Molina healthcare. Somebody could be ill. Somebody could be experiencing illness. And it's a little bit more than just say, Don Johnson's not working. Okay, that's punishment. This person's being punished. This is karmic judgment, because some situation is over, and because they were sneaky, slanderous, and nasty. They did something to you. They were talking shit behind your back. Why would you take somebody like this back? And if you didn't know, now I'm telling you, you have a new beginning, and you're like, no, bitch, I will cut you. Okay, so you're not playing games. You're not playing games. Somebody has a concealed weapons permit. You must live somewhere where you need to have one of those. The West Coast. Washington is significant. Wait. Sarasota is significant. Surprise, Arizona is significant. Yeah, you're getting justice, and you have or will have your happy family and your peace of mind. Happy family could be you and 14 pets and 16 birds. I don't know, your definition of happy family. For most of you, it's going to be what is considered to be, the typical happy family, mom, dad, and some kids. Or if you're beyond the childbearing years, you've got a hot lover who loves you right over there and you're perfectly fine. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I channel anything else. Somebody is just, somebody's having some kind of legal issues. That could be just that maybe they're having some kind of a nasty breakup or breakdown or fall down, fall out. Las Vegas is significant. Nevada is significant. Fallout in Vegas. Maybe you play the game. That's what gets me the reference to say Vegas. Upstate New York. Lincoln Avenue. I have to say it like the corner of 4th and 44. The corner of 4th and 44. Well, only you know what that means. All right. All right, Holy Spirit, I think we're ready. I think that's enough because I'll just keep getting stuff on these people. Hang on. So there's this guy. He's like super heavy, but he's very cute. He's very clean, very lovely, super heavy, round person, sweet, 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 like W.C. Fields energy. Like he's a little bit shy. Okay, I don't know who that is, or if that's you, or if that's somebody coming toward you. That one for you guys that you know who that is, you can go ahead and say yes. That person's perfectly safe, perfectly fine, perfectly healthy. Doesn't have some extensive body list, which is why their Johnson's not functioning. Well, that's bad karma for this person. I'm not saying that people don't have health issues and that doesn't occur and everybody gets older. Okay, but look, there are hot 70-something-year-olds that are still like, never mind. Stay within your age range, okay? Like, don't be 35 dating somebody. No, stay within your age range. It just works out better, okay? It's like weird and gross and sick when there's like some old man with a very young woman. And I think it's weird and gross and sick when it's some old lady with a very young. It's weird and gross and sick, and it doesn't work for me. So I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I think. All right, let's see. It works for some people. Yeah, you're going to have to make a decision in a relationship, or somebody did. We're going to see. What is this all about? Why the lovers? Somebody moving towards you, be careful. That could be law enforcement. That could be like the train. No, not the engineer, not the conductor. I think I said conductor the other day. Somebody could be a conductor, but that's because of the wand. Somebody could be a conductor, but for me, this is movement. This is, like a pilot, a drone operator, the cop car. Somebody could be a fireman, even though some people can say, Rita, that's not the fireman. But yes, to me, that's a fireman because that's the engineer. Okay, let's see. Yeah, somebody's going to come in to not apologize. Somebody could be coming in to not bring you a love offer, but come in. Yeah, what? Are you a cross watcher and you're watching me? Kiss my ass. All right, so somebody here is coming in to say, almost like I'm not coming in. I just needed to inform you of XYZ, or I need this or that from you. Why don't you contact my solicitor? Okay, so we've got the Two of Swords. Again, somebody needs to be very certain that they're looking at things clearly. Don't blind yourself to the truth. I know sometimes when you're very young, it's easy to do that because you could be thinking, well, this is my happy family. Mercury retrograde, are you kidding me? Okay, be careful. Full moon. Total lunar eclipse. Because a cycle is over and you could already be in your happy family, boy, like Rita, that's, this is somebody, well, it was significant enough for me to pick up on it, or this is for somebody else and we're just watching this, horror story. All right, let's see. Somebody wants to bring it back from the dead. They're going to gaslight you and try to make it seem like they're coming to you for some legitimate business or have some legitimate reason for coming towards you. But what they want to do is somehow make it your idea that a relationship is possible. This is some weird freak who thinks they could like hypnotize you with their movements or with their weird freaky eyes. Pay attention to the eyes. You're always going to see something wrong when there's some kind of a shapeshifter. Okay, yeah, because you're the Empress. That's what they want. Of course they do. You're the empress. You could be the emperor. You know what to do with this. All right, let's see. Yeah, they're going to try to make it seem like, no, it was, oh, she wants me so bad, or he wants me so bad. Did you see the way he was looking at me? Like, these are the type of people that plant people in the studio audience. Okay. That used to be a thing. All right, so now we have the Temperance Angel. Sagittarius energy could be a Sagittarius coming toward you. Doesn't have to be, but this is the energy of somebody who's a player and who's going to come gaslight you, because this isn't somebody who comes in to say they're sorry. They can't apologize because there are people that have no morals. There are people that have no ethics, but they're going to be like the church deacon, and they're going to be the pillar of the church or the pillar of the community, but they're not at all playing by the rules. This is a corrupt person. This is like a corrupt politician. Chariot card. I don't see any other. I don't know why I said that, but this could be a corrupt politician. There are some of you that will know why I'm saying, okay, so now we've got the Hanged Man in reverse with the Two of Swords. They don't want you to see it. They want to make you a martyr. They want to martyr you, or they'd like you to martyr yourself. They'd like you to sacrifice yourself again so that they could complete their humiliation ritual. This is like some bullshit here. I mean, we could write a whole novel. Somebody's writing a novel. Okay. Somebody's a ghostwriter. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Wands. And this is what they see. They're going to say, but you're my sunshine. You're my happy family. This is the type of person that would rather frickin' bust a molar than drop the ego. That's how hard they'll clench their jaw. This person has issues, and you know it. Octopus. Yeah, slow this damn thing down. In fact, don't slow it down. Lock and bolt the door. Lock and bolt the door for me, please. Just lock and bolt the door. No. Iba que jode, because people like this, they just show up. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles. There's two women here, both of them in the upright. I don't think you're both. This could be that there are two women. This could be you. Now, of course, some of you could be gay. This is a lesbian couple and there are two women. I don't know how else it's called. If there's something new in the fruit salad, you tell me, because to me, I just see some married people or some coupled people. I don't care what you do or who you are. But it could be also, if you look at it one way, that they're already married with somebody. They could be married to the Queen of Wands, right? Somebody, say, with blonde hair. And they know they've closed out a cycle with you, and you could be the one with the black hair. Flip it and switch it. Do you see how that works? This is just a person who wants attention, but because everybody has your attention and everybody gives you attention because everybody can see you, whether you work at Publix or Maverick or you're just online somewhere doing what I do, you could do what I do. They got to hitch their, they just can't handle it. This is an attention whore. This is a person who's so insecure that it's like, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. They just can't be themselves. They aren't themselves. They don't know who they are. Okay, well, we know that you're some kind of criminal, but money laundering is significant. You're doing some weird shit with weapons and probably moving the DRU. No, let's just call it the drugs. Somebody here could be like a whole ass drug dealer pimp. For all we know, somebody could be working in traffic, if you know what I mean. For all we know, there's something very strange about this person, strange about the Chariot, strange about the location, doing strange things for change. This could be a person that does stuff on the down low. This could be a gay man with a whole ass family who is hiding behind it. That's why I said the deacon at the church, who comes in with all the false offers, the false promises, because this person is too insecure to just be a gay man on the down low, which could be why I was saying that Don Johnson isn't working. Well, of course it isn't going to work with you because this person's attracted to men. Okay? So, wow. Okay. Hang on. Yeah. That'll piss them off. They're going to come in gaslighting you, trying to say that this doesn't piss them off. I'm going to do, a couple of readings over this, but they're going to say, no, I'm not angry anymore. I'm not angry at what you did to me, even though what they did was what they did to you. Okay? Hold on. This is the type of person who's going to gaslight you and flip the script. Somebody's an actor. Somebody wishes they were an actor. Somebody wishes they were fucking James Bond. Octopus, Octopussy. You like guys. Like maybe you got this thing for Daniel Craig. Okay, the thing is, don't involve the rest of us because of the fact that you're gay. All right? Just be gay and be happy about that. We'll be happy for you. We will raise a glass for you, but quit doing this to women. All right, let's see. Boys to men is significant. Okay, all right. Yeah, they're going to try to surprise you. Getting to know you. Okay. What a difference a day makes, and the difference is you. Yeah. There's something different about you, all right? All right, let me see. I'm waiting for a phone call here from somebody, so I gotta, be ready for that. So I got the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, they're like, I want a new beginning. Or here, take this big shiny penny. Somebody wants a new beginning. They're going to tell, or maybe they're coming in to gaslight you to tell you, oh, I was just checking on you because I was wondering how you're doing, because I was thinking about you, because I wanted to let you know that I've got a happy family over here because this is my lavender bearded man. Somebody has a bearded dragon. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Do you see how that works? Do you see why I like to use 4 decks? Octopus has 3 hearts. All right, let's see. They're trying to tell you that they don't feel a sense of closure, or they didn't give you the closure. You already closed this thing up. Whatever it is, you kind of went and you put the sutures in it. Somebody's a surgeon. Somebody's, I can't see what kind of surgeon that is. Somebody like you listening to me is a surgeon. You're a surgeon. Okay. Hello, doctor. Okay, let's see. Somebody's a Navy corpsman. Okay. And we've got a King of Pentacles. Are you watching me from somewhere very far away? God bless you, sweetheart. I love you. Kiss everybody for me. Okay, yeah. Look it. There's the King of Pentacles. This mofo could look like this. Okay, I don't know. Doesn't look well. He looks concerned. He's looks like he dyes his hair and is constipated. I don't. Somebody could be having some issues with the prostate. If that's you, if it is you, you need make sure that you're up on your medical checks. If that's you, if that resonates with you, if we don't care about him at this point, okay, God be with him. We pray for you. Well, no, we don't really pray for you actively. I send out happy prayers just to the collective of souls, no matter who they are. Okay, but look, let God sort them out. That's not our problem. Judgment is his. Look at him trying to offer you the pentacle. But the thing is, this man could have an entire. This person could have like this family over here. This family could have a family over here. I said this family. Maybe it's a whole family of people like this. Somebody wears a wife beater. Some people are wife beaters. Maybe it's a whole family of wife beaters. Does anybody use that term anymore? Wife beater. Somebody's been in court for this before. Somebody's been in court for this before. That could be why somebody's in court now. Somebody did something, roughed somebody up, like, grab you, wrench it. Somebody could be careful. All right, let's see. One more pass over this. Yeah, they're not healed. But you know what, sweetheart? Some people never heal. Because the sickness that they have is a spiritual sickness. Okay? Something subconscious. I suppose if we went full woo-woo, we could say some past life bullshit or some family curse. There's a curse on a family. Or a curse on a person in a family. It's like nothing works out. Or no matter how many pillars I set before me. Something about Caligula. I'm not sure. Yeah, no matter what I do, I'm feeling like that person. No matter how I set it up, at the end, I'm the failure. Somebody could have multiple passes or attempts at failed marriages, that really like something scattered about the children, and in the position where that incarceration looking card was, here is the card of breaking free. Maybe they're going to tell you that they've escaped the prison of their mind. But I'm telling you, if you see this, it's like that person thinks that they're stable. They're not stable. That is not mental stability right there. There's a psychological instability. There could be some kind of, they could have been in a program before, like a treatment program. I doubt it. This person, I feel too much ego coming for this. Now, some of the smart ones are going to get into some kind of a program for whatever kind of addiction or problem that is, right? If they really couldn't resolve it on their own. But this person would rather die than have to admit that they've got some kind of a substance addiction. Please don't do drugs, you guys. I mean, like some people, Wolf of Wall Street, or somebody thinks they're freaking Leonardo DiCaprio, who is on the list. Okay. There are a lot of people that are just going to keep running, keep running, keep running. Like, where is Ellen DeGeneres? Did she go to Ireland or some shit? Somebody's in Ireland. Okay, we've got the High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, this person is not well. You know, like if they could articulate and would drop the ego, not that you're going to let this person back in. What they want is healing, but the demon inside of them, they've got some kind of an entity attachment. That demon that they have attracted to them, in some cases, summoned. Somebody's done murder. Okay, so this could be, that's a. Okay, so I don't know in what way. You look at, there's the yes card is right under the deck. Somebody has actually taken human life. And maybe the life of Octopus. It's almost worse to me if you take an octopus. I don't mean to sound cold. Somebody's cold. Okay, let's see. And callous. One more card, and then we're going to move to some other part of the deck here. And we're going to wrap this up because this is 45 minutes of Octopus. And somebody who thinks they're James Bond. The movie Matilda is significant. Wait, there's another reference that I'm getting. Hang on. Matilda. Now, the Matilda reference is because of somebody moving stolen goods because they were auto parts. This person is moving something or has moved something around, or there's something about the illegal narcotics. Yeah, this seems like big quantities, too. This doesn't seem like little quantities. The traffic situation is a huge potential here. I'm not just talking about illegal narcotics. I'm talking about the human body kind. Uh-huh. This person might know, oh, this is getting dark. This is about making people disappear. Or maybe, this could be some kind of a hitman, okay, paid to end cycles. Ooh. Now, I'm not saying we all have such exciting lives that people want to end our cycles because we're so important or disruptive that somebody's in the military, that somebody wants to end our cycle. But look at what's happening in the world now. To that point, there are people that are mentally ill. Please pay attention. That want to hurt you because they just don't want you to breathe. Because they have this mentality, well, if I don't have to look at you, whether on Publix or on Facebook or on the Twitter, X or Instagram. Somebody's on Instagram. Somebody's like, is anybody still on Instagram doing anything important? Okay. Build-A-Bear is significant. Build a business is significant. Somebody builds a business. BBB. Okay, Better Business Bureau. Something here. I want to laugh and say BBL, but it's not BBL. Okay. Just be happy. Look, be like me. Look, be happy with your natural ass, fat or not. Just enjoy it. Okay. Somebody enjoys their ass. But this person... BBB, Better Business Bureau, Better Business Bureau, BBB. Okay, that's all I can get. I can't hear the rest because this person's into like BBB, like somebody who's building a business, build a bear, build a business, build it over and over. I don't know. This person's really unwell and has to have patterns. This person does pattern. Like you got to give him a crossword puzzle. You got to give him a little box. Check it off. Somebody's checking off the list, checking it twice. Okay, let's see. I don't know what that means. This card feels funny. All right, let's see. Yeah, Somebody wants to drop some kind of burden with you, but the issue is I'm telling you this person's not going to drop it. This person needs some kind of professional help that is beyond my pay grade and probably your pay grade. Okay, and spiritually, not something that we need to put our hands in, okay? That's all I'm saying. All right. No, I know what we're going to do. We're going to close it up with the Celtic cross because oh, did you even frickin' see? Oh my gosh, I sometimes can't believe this. That like in my mind, I'm still about a 12-year-old. Okay, so to me, any synchronicity is like amazing, even though the odds are that that card could have fallen. Okay, but I'm not a statistician, and you're probably not either. Somebody's a math professor. Somebody teaches geometry. I almost said calligraphy. So for me, that's chemistry. Somebody could be, now that doesn't have to be high school. That could be a professor, college, not just a college, high school teacher. So I'm saying college more than high school. So that's significant. Let me see. Octopus. Yeah, this person's got their hands in everything. That's why I keep saying BBB, 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 build a bear, build a bear, build a bear, do the thing, make the widget, like that. Somebody just keeps starting businesses. Okay, so somebody who starts a business. This would be like somebody who can't just be happy, like cultivating one restaurant or two or three, and then having a happy life and doing Tai Chi in the public park. This is somebody whose mind is so tortured, they have to start a business, do a thing, duplicate, build a bear. Something about build a bear is significant, but I think it has more to do. Yeah, look, somebody's trying to return to you, 6 of Swords in reverse. I don't know what they want, but it's not what you think, okay? We're joking very much about Don Johnson, but you know, this person is not healed. Okay, because they want to fight with you. That's the challenge. They want all out war with you. You could have a past life where you were like in competing factions or some shit. Somebody could be a war general or veteran of a war. Page of Swords, because in the foundation here, they are obviously collecting the data. All right, Star Trek is significant. Data, tomato. Okay, so this person has been watching, could still be watching. Maybe they stopped watching. Maybe they're getting, medical treatment. Okay, pharmaceuticals could be significant. This person could be finally getting some adjustments because there's some issue here with an imbalance. But I think that this, you know what, I'm going to tell you something. You couldn't tell me that this person has PTSD because I'm going to say, yeah, they could have PTSD. But what's happening here is that this has been present long before this. This could be a spiritual attachment, an entity through the dynasty. Dynasty is significant. The Ming Dynasty, a Ming vase could be significant here. Because somebody's out in the cold and they want to come back in. I don't know what they want to come back in for because you don't want them. And this person doesn't know how to just release and let go. It doesn't matter if they let you go, you let them go. But there was some letting go that happened, obviously, because this is very much about the tentacles trying to hold on to and control and grab. Okay. Remember, this person is not an octopus because it's more like what they're doing with the grabbing and the wanting to manipulate and control. This is a very curious person. Look, it's still, they're like, I just want to sit down and talk. No, bitch, what you're trying to do is beat me up or hurt me again or grab me or, show signs of potential violence. And it wasn't because you were, on some kind of weird drugs. It's because that's who you are. Okay, let's see. Somebody tries to hide that from the public and they're going to tell you that they're heartbroken. Do you see how that works? They're like, help me heal. I'm the wounded warrior. Yeah. Okay. Heal yourself. Okay. Do like everybody else. Self-heal. Okay. Self-soothe. Go sit in the corner and rock. Okay. Whatever you're going to do. Just, because it's either you or them. It can't be them because they're in this position. That's you. You're in the 10 of Cups, whether you have the family or not. That's a state of mind, a state of grace. Okay. Amazing Grace is significant. Somebody here, the Virgin Mary is significant. Or you pray an awful lot. Yeah, here you are, and this is what's happening with you, right? This card always represents what surrounds it, what surrounds that environment. What's the environment around this? And we have the 5 of Cups are like, oh my gosh, and then we have 5. Somebody could be 55, somebody could be in their 50s. You or them doesn't have to be. Because somebody could be 75 with these wands here, or 57 could be significant. You or they are 57. Somebody could be 35. Wow. Okay. So this one, look at, they're not going to be reciprocal. They're not going to make it better. They cannot bring balance to the force. They cannot bring balance to the karma. They're not even trying to balance the karma. And if they are, it's because they want to balance their own, because they're getting their asses kicked with a massive fucking backfire from the universe from being an evil individual. Somebody here somebody here could have abandoned their children or didn't raise their children or left their children or did something or doesn't know their children. doesn't know who their children are. Their children don't know them. There could be an issue here. I said ancestry. That could be about DNA. There's all of this is spiritual backfires because a person really has not come to Christ. Somebody really has not knelt down and asked Jesus in a sincere way. And don't think that Jesus is stupid. He knows the condition of your heart. This person has no heart. Has no heart. That's significant why you chose the octopus, and the octopus has 3 hearts because they don't have not even one. Okay, so we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. They could come back 14 different times. They're not going to get it right in either one. They keep failing in every past life, and it just gets worse and worse. It's like somebody who has to kind of like wake up. I'm getting that movie with Nicole Kidman, The Others. That person's like, remember in The Others, Nicole Kidman, I'm going to blow it for you. So if you don't want to hear this, cover your ears. Nicole Kidman is being haunted, and she's, they're depicting it as her husband who fought in a war is, she's waiting for him. She's waiting for him. She's waiting for him. Right. She doesn't know he's dead, I believe, but I think I may get this wrong, but let me try to get it right. Remember, cover your ears if you don't want to hear this. Go la 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 la. Okay, but in The Others, what ends up happening is she thinks that she's living in a haunted house, and what's wrong is that not only is her husband dead, she and her children are dead, and they're not being haunted. The house isn't haunted. They're haunting the house. She's already dead. This kind of reminds me of The Sixth Sense. So Bruce Willis, there's something significant about here. This person there's something about the war and the wars. There's something about the fighting and the combat. This could be a person that has had many incarnations throughout time and space, in say different battlegrounds. And what they don't realize is the person that they have been battling is themselves. I'm getting the tiny emperor syndrome thing. This is a person who could have felt that they were some kind of monarch or an emperor, or had some idea or were in line, I know this is going to go way out there, but we're way down here in the deep with this octopus right now. And no one even, I'm going to go pretty far with this one. No one in their family has paid a karmic debt of extreme significance. This could be that there was a history of people hurting children. This could be that there's a history of some abuse that's significant. There's some history of some power dynamics. It could be from concubines being abused, because you got to really look up the history to see why there's so much wrong with that. It's not as pretty as, the movie Raise the Red Lantern was, romantic and beautiful in a way. It's pretty horrific, the history there. There is karma that has never been paid. And I don't know if this is an accumulation because of this, war story, or this dynasty story, or this lineage here. And it could be that this person never was in line for anything, and there's some symbolism there. You'll notice it in their affect. Okay, there's going to be something about it. Ben Affleck could be significant. There's a gambling thing again. Somebody's counting cards. I'm looking at the time and counting the minutes. All right, let's see. This has been a long one, but, we've had to go way down deep into the depths. All right. Yeah, this person is an illusionist. The person you were dealing with, or the person that you're thinking about here, I'm just the reader. I'm not in your story, obviously. I can only read the cards. I'm your narrator. This person was an illusionist who's all about the money. That's why I kept getting build a better business, build a better business bureau. Ba. Somebody's name could be Bubba. This is an illusion, but I'm going to show you something here. Do you see how that figure is glowing in the cup? That's probably you. And even though they had a choice to select from anything in the world, including a calamari, or somebody could be Asian here, because I'm getting dried squid, and my first husband is Vietnamese, so that would they could choose a castle in Ireland, or fucking Medusa, or a cup of black poison. To me, that could be blood. Somebody could be into those kind of rituals. Somebody's a fucking vampire energetically, but I'm getting a whole lot of references here to things that, this is kind of scary for some of you. It doesn't scare me because I see this. This is a kind of situation where, like, as soon as you recognize this, if you know how to read energetic signatures, you're going to be gone. Okay. You would recognize this, see it for what it is, and energetically recognize it. Let me tell you, you will never leave a place faster or a relationship faster. You will get out of there so fast that you will make everybody's head spin. And look at this person that's just like, I want all the coins. I want all the jewels. I need all the things. I need the Better Business Bureau to give me an A rating on my restaurant. Okay. I've got the best business, the biggest business, all the businesses. Okay. My hotel has a Better Business Bureau rating of an A fucking plus. I win. And look at the whole time they've got this snake that's choking them out. And look at this is here at the lower body near the pelvis. This could be a reference to somebody who's overly sexual or is having some issue with sexual function. It's a backfire. It's punishment. One more. I want to hear about you now that we're done hearing about this whole. These people are sick. Somebody's a cannibal. Somebody's name could be Ellen. Okay, let's see. Somebody's prolific. You're in hermit mode. You could be a Virgo. Don't have to be. You're like Moses. Your magic is greater than that of the magicians in the court. Egypt is significant here. Bible stories are significant here. Belgian Malinois is significant. A big ass black dog. And there's that bitch again. There's Satan. We rebuke you in the name of the Holy Spirit. You have literally fought the devil and you won. There's a corrupt official here. There's multiple corrupt officials possible. Multiple people. Don't make me say. I'm going to say Department of Justice. Yeah, I did. Somebody's initials could be D, O, or J. Okay? Fading influence. Wow. Yeah, you're happy, honey. You're fine. All three major arcana. You've completed a massive cycle here. Paid your own karma off. Paid the karma off for other people that you love. And ensured that you paid a little extra. Okay, let's see. Yeah, look at fairness. Can't make this shit up. You paid a little extra. You paid your interest. You paid your debt to society in a karmic way. You have come here to break curses, my friend. That's why you chose the octopus, because you are not afraid of going deep, of diving deep, of fighting whatever Leviathan type creature is. You're not afraid of shit because you've already seen what evil is. Once you see evil, you're never afraid of it again. You know why? Once you encounter the greatest evil, which is, this motherfucker right here who's already lost long ago, but there are stupid people still walking around thinking that somehow Satan has any control. He only controls the people who have weak minds here and that are money oriented and fame oriented and are focused on the 3D. All right? Save yourself. All right, let's see. Near future. Yeah. You have become the Queen of Swords. You could be a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. Somebody here doesn't have to be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and you don't even have to be a female. This is about being righteous, speaking your truth, and not having to do a damn thing about it, not having to prove it. Just let other people gawk at your awesome beauty. You're like Lady Justice here. You're coming across as Lady Justice, and to this person, you might as well be the Statue of Liberty because you're that large. And what I mean by that is in energetic presence, your energetic signature. What they want to do is hurt you. They want to say, well, you make me sick, even though I'm fucking attracted to you and I'd like to do something with you if I could get it up or, whatever's happening here. Or this person incredibly could be gay and still is attracted to you. And it doesn't have to be some kind of creepy Silence of the Lambs that they want to wear your skin, although that's possible. I mean, this could be a situation where they just like, they love you and they hate you at the same time. Past life. Maybe they're coming in as gay, or maybe there was some kind of SRA abuse here. Okay, so let's see. I don't know. But people need to get help and recognize help. And there is that other queen, the Queen of Pentacles. So in this case, they're attracted to you and they see you. So you must be the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be, but you're focused on just making your money and taking care of yourself. They're going to try to shoot their shot again. And you're like, go for it, dude. Like, okay, all right. On the ready, set, go ahead and try. Somebody could worship Set. Somebody here could be that sick. Somebody's messed up. And you have said, because the cycle is over and we are this far apart and never the twain shall meet. Okay. We're not coming back together. We're not closing that gap after Terra or not. And the summary. Well, we'll take them both. Look at that. Do you see that? That's why I have the camera trained on my hands. 3 of Wands. You've set it free and have closed the circle. They are not in your circle of trust. They are not a person to be trusted. You have set your intentions on the wind and asked the Holy Spirit to remove any attachment, any cord that they have tried that you have severed. And, you're saying, look, how about this? You sent the message out. No, bitch. It's a no, bitch. All right, take good care. I love you guys. Be safe.